Are you ready to say goodbye to 2022? You may be like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm absolutely ready. And I get it. And I'm hearing this from like so many different people. And you're ready to be done, right? With 2022. You're ready to start 2023 with new energy, new possibilities, positivity, right? And I get it because this last year has kind of felt like the year before has felt like the year before, right? And like the past few years with COVID, it's just like everything feels time is off a little bit, right? And so this is something that I think everyone should do every year, but even more so with how things are right now. It's so much more important that we have these really nice closures so that you get to have that fresh start. So for a moment, I want you to just picture a dog playing in the water, coming out of the water, and you probably go, ah, because the dog is going to do what? It's going to shake. Yeah, it shakes off that excess water. You've seen them before, right? Like this, and all the water's coming off. If you have a dog, you definitely get it. If you don't, you've at least seen this image. And that ability to kind of shake something off is so important, especially if you've had a rough year. It's important to shake things off. If you've had a good year, it's also important to shake off kind of anything that's holding on to you and start fresh. So, how do we properly shake off 2022 so that we can close it off in the right way and then you feel prepared for 2023? That's where we really want to get to. And so it's about having a reset, right? You don't have to start new, like start the new year new. And it's like, doesn't have to be new. It's just like, let's just reset. Have you ever had your computer like bogged down and it doesn't want to work? And then you've just like restarted it or reset it. And then it's like, whoop, and it's working faster and it's working better. And it makes you really happy, right? That's what you want when you start the new year as well. And you also may be thinking, like, I'm just so busy this holiday season. Don't worry. I'm going to teach you how you can do the reset very quickly, very easily, so that you can not only feel like you've closed things off, but you're going to ring in the new year in the right way. And I don't just mean that you have a really great party to go to or a great dress to wear or friends or that you have your champagne on ice. It's more than that. And we're going to do that properly. And we're going to do that together. So I'm going to speak to the importance of doing this because so often we just get wrapped up in the holidays. We're just so excited about Christmas, family. We overindulge. Anyone else? I totally overindulge. Chocolates, festive drinks, mulled wine, gifts, time with friends, lovely foods. You get it. So I'm going to go through the three benefits of why we need to reset and why we need to close off the year properly. The first benefit is we need closure. The first reason why we need to be able to close off 2022 properly is just this feeling of being done, right? Have a nice little bow on it. And we always need closure of things. Even if some bad things happened in your life, like tarnished friendships, maybe you were fired from a job or lost a contract, or maybe there's some unsaid business. There still can be closure, even if it was uncomfortable or even if it didn't work out how you wanted it to. I want you to think about watching a movie. Have you ever watched a movie but then turned it off like 10 minutes before the end and not known what happens? I hate this when I'm on a plane. Sometimes this happens and we land earlier than I thought and I miss the end. Or maybe you can't find that book you were reading and you don't get to read the last chapter. And there's that part of our minds, right, that knows that this isn't finished, that knows that there's more there. And you're continuously kind of thinking about it, or at least there's some energy that goes to that. The same is with your years. Every year there needs to be some sort of closure. And when you give proper closure to the year, it means you get to open up a new year properly, right? We have to close one thing in order to open another. If you imagine opening doors, right? We don't want to keep opening doors. We want to close some and open up the brand new door. And there's often a saying around, you have to close one door to be able to open another. And it's the exact same reason why we need to close 2022. Let me go into reason number 2. We want to reset and we want to close off our year. The second thing is that we need to release, let it go. So, releasing and closure are different. Let me share a little bit more about releasing. So, the second thing about saying goodbye to 2022 is to be able to release you from what 2022 held over you, what it did to you. Maybe there is sadness or grief or disappointment or frustration, so many different feelings, emotions, situations. Now imagine this. Imagine jumping into a cold pool on a hot day. Whew, that's probably really refreshing. Yeah. It makes you feel alive. It makes you feel awake. You drop that feeling of being hot, that heaviness, and you're instantly refreshed. It's nice, isn't it? Yeah. So you're releasing the bad feelings of that, like, I'm just overheating, I'm too hot. And you get that refreshingness that comes, and you release the bad as if it is a bag, a bag you've been carrying, maybe a big backpack or one that you've been slinging over your shoulder. And when you release that, when you drop the baggage, when you take the things that are on your shoulders pushing you down, when you take the excess stuff off your plate that you don't need, right? Isn't it nice if you go to like a buffet and on your plate you have maybe some things you didn't really like, and you have the shells if you're in a really good place, like crab leg shells. And with those shells, you're just still sitting on your plate, right? And then there's sauce sitting on your plate, and there's maybe you had something and there was one vegetable in it you didn't like. And so you've got all these remnants of or leftover things that are just sitting on your plate. So imagine your schedule right now, your life. You've got bits and pieces of things that aren't supposed to be there. But isn't it amazing at the buffet when you get a brand new plate and you get to start fresh and you get to pick whatever you want? We need to release from 2022 the things that don't serve us anymore so that we can have that fresh plate, that fresh mind, to be able to take on what we really, really want in 2023 rather than the baggage from 2022. The third reason you want to do a 5-day reset, some sort of reset, is we need to feel complete. So I mentioned this earlier around putting a nice tidy bow on the year, right? It's like you wrap a present and it feels so much more finished when you put that bow on it. It's the crossing the T's and dotting your I's. It's putting things into a way that they are complete. And you might be like, but I didn't complete that. But there are things that we're going to do that help you to complete things. Not, it doesn't mean you have to go and finish them, but to complete it so that you can move on. So you need to be able to say goodbye to the previous year and to other things that I'm going to talk about in the 5-day reset in order to be able to walk away from the year and go, okay, that's done. And you know what? I'm okay with how it ended. It might not be how I imagined it would be. It might not be how I planned it to be, but I am going to be able to let it go. And if you don't have that closure and you've not been able to release, then you won't feel complete about the year. It'll just kind of like floppy end, which no one wants. It's kind of like the handshake with someone who gives you that like dead fish handshake. And it's like, oh, that's so gross. That's how the end of the year will feel to you. It'll feel icky. It'll feel lackluster. And you won't start off with something shiny and new because you'll still be carrying forward the year before. So you feel like there's a little piece sticking with you and it's taking up space in you. It could make you worry. It could make you feel stressed. I've been having trouble with my kids not wanting to shower. And I've said, boy, you feel so good after a shower, don't you? Have you ever played a sport, gone for a hike, been out working in the garden on a hot, sunny day, and you've got dirt all over you and sweat, and then you have a shower, right? And you put on fresh clothes, right? You want to put a nice tidy bow on 2022 so that you can walk into 2023 feeling so much better. Even if you had an awesome year, You still need to say goodbye and thank you to the things that did happen. So let me share a little bit more about the 5-day reset. So it's a complimentary mini course, and it's mini because it's the holiday time. And who wants to be doing lots of work? Nobody. So it's a very small commitment with very easy to do fun activities, and it'll have a huge impact for you, right? Small commitment, huge impact. That's always my goal for you. And I've been doing this, as I said, for many, many years. And the hundreds, if not thousands of women, of people that have gone through this mini course with me have said how profound it is, how simple and easy it was to do, and yet so meaning and impactful. Plus, you're not doing it alone because you get to do it with a lot of other people in my community. You get to invite your friends. We get to meet new people doing it with us. It's lots of fun. If you are part of the Dynamic Women Facebook group, then this might be, your first time having an opportunity to connect. If you are meeting me through LinkedIn, through the podcast, or YouTube, this is a really great opportunity to have some more time together and time in the community. And if you're not connected to any of those things, if you aren't listening and subscribing to the Dynamic Women podcast, if you're not subscribed to my Diane Rolston YouTube channel, if you're not part of the Dynamic Women online community, make sure you're part of all these and connect with me on LinkedIn. So I'm going to add that in there. I have to warn you though, you should not 100 and billion% don't jump into setting any goals until you do the 5-day reset. And don't jump into your resolutions until we've done the 5 steps, the 5 simple steps of the 5-day reset. So then you can make your goals. Then you can make your resolutions. So together we're going to do this to build some foundation so that you can go and kick butt in 2023. Sound good? Mm-hmm. And even if you feel like, I don't have the energy to kick butt, I don't like how that sounds, it's okay. You're going to feel more confident. You're going to feel more comfortable moving into 2023. So the steps to join, we are just finalizing the landing page. We're going to make sure that you get access to the link so that you can join. You can share with others. You can share with others. I say that twice so that you gather your friends and you let them know to be part of this. We're going to be meeting at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I'm just confirming the dates, but I think it's the December 29th to January 2nd. And so over those 5 days, I might add in a couple bonus days or maybe even a pre-5-day day if you want to be part of it. But we're meeting at 9 a.m. every day. There's actually going to be 2 options this year. One option is you join the free community that I have, the Dynamic Women Global Community Facebook group, and you get to watch the live streams and you get to go through the materials and you get the handouts if you want to do the handouts. And it's all good, amazing, free, my gift to you. And we get to have fun together doing the 5-day reset. Another opportunity is going to be able to do this a little bit more closely with me because it's going to go live stream into the group. But if you want to come on Zoom with me so that I can actually interact with you, coach you, support you, you get priority in asking me questions. And, we stay on there until everyone's had a moment to share or ask questions. So it's going to be 9 a.m. every day, Pacific time. That's 12 Eastern. And, I know that you can figure out your time zone in between there. So you're going to be able to jump onto this challenge, register so that you can also get the mini action guide that I'm going to send to you. And if you're like, oh, cool, I'll just take the guide and work through it. Please don't. Please don't just take the guide and work through it because it's not the same. You got to watch me talk about it and take you through it so that you have those mini moments to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna write this down, or oh yeah, I'm gonna put that in, or oh, that's what she means. All of the 5-day reset talks that I'm going to do, sessions, will all be recorded. So if you're like, girl, I am getting up later on those days, great, watch the replay. Or if you think I can't make it at that time because I have to work or I have this or I have that, not a problem. there's replays. Okay. And I want you to feel like this is doable. It's short, it's sweet, it's something you can easily fit into your holiday season. I promise you, it will give you more energy to be able to do this. And you'll have the ability to, catch all the replays, do the work, and to share your answers as well. So here are some final benefits that you're going to get from joining the 5-day reset. You'll be able to say goodbye to 2022 properly, so you feel ready for 2023. You are going to feel more motivated. You're going to feel lighter, right? Because we're getting rid of the previous year. So when you feel more motivated, you feel lighter, your confidence will increase. It will go up. This will help you have better focus, and better focus will help you to reach your new goals. So I look forward to seeing you, connecting with you in the 5-day reset so that we can close off this year properly and get into an awesome new year. Sound good? For sure. Stay tuned for more information. If you want to be first to have access to this, please comment so that my team, when we get the link ready, which we're almost ready, when we get the link up, we can just pop it in here and you'll be able to catch it really easily. So I appreciate you being with me here on Monday night. I am going to go get my kids ready for bed now. What are you guys up to? Let me know. And I look forward to seeing you next week on the 5-day reset. Take care, everyone. Stay dynamic. Bye.